How to trade options for beginners that actually work. In this video, I'm going to show you the absolute best beginner-friendly strategy to trade options profitably while keeping your risk low and avoiding those painful losses that most people face. Now, a lot of people get into options because they hear the magic word leverage. You can literally make more in one day with options than you might make in a whole month with the stocks. But here's the problem. Most people lose money. Why? Because they trade it like it's a lottery ticket. I've been trading options for years, built a seven-figure account, and I have taught hundreds of students inside my gift community how to approach options trading in a smart, consistent, wealth building way. So if you have ever bought calls and watched them go to zero, or you have tried random YouTube strategy that just don't work, this video is for you. Let's get into it. So let me ask you this. Have you ever bought a call or a put option only to watch it expire worthless? Or maybe you have tried strategy after strategy, hoping one would finally work, only end up frustrated and down money? Maybe you love the idea of leverage, but deep down, you're scared of the risk. And I get it. The internet is full of confusion. There's so much information about options. Some people are telling you to YOLO weekly calls, others are telling you to only sell options. And meanwhile, you're sitting there like, okay, what's the right way? Here's the truth. Most beginners are taught the wrong way. They are told to just buy random out of the money options, cross their fingers, and hope the stock makes a big move. That's not trading, that's gambling. And it's the fastest way to blow up your account. So here's the mindset shift I want you to make today. Stop being the gambler, start thinking like the house. See, options have something called time decay. Every day that passes, options lose value. Most beginners fight against that. The way they buy way out of the money calls or put, and then wonder why they lose even when they're right about the direction. But what if you flipped that? What if you used the time decay for your advantage? That's where my favorite beginner friendly strategy comes in. Buying options close to the money. So why close to the money? Because these options have a good balance of delta and gamma. If you have been in any of my classes, especially as a beginner, I always teach you first what is delta, what is gamma. I want you to know how actually your contracts are paying you. How is it behind the scene that's being calculated and you're making money, right? Even though all the work is done by the brokerage, but you should know what is actually paying you. How is the calculation working? So delta tells you how much the options price move for every dollar move in the stock. So if you got a delta of 0.50, that means for every $1 the stock goes up, your options gain about $50 per contract. Now, gamma measures how much that delta itself will increase when the stock moves. The higher the gamma, the faster your delta ramps up, which means the more explosive your profits can be. When you stay close to the money, not way out, not super deep, you get the sweet spot. Your options actually respond to the stock movement, and you're not fighting against insane time decay. And this is the secret. Don't treat options like a lottery ticket. Treat them like a tool for multiplying your stock gains. Let me give you an example of a real stock that will actually click. So let's say we're looking at Apple and it's trading at $200. Now, as a beginner, you might buy the 220 calls for super cheap. Why? Because they look affordable. Maybe they cost you $50. But here's the problem. They have a delta of most likely 0.10 or maybe 0.50. That means for every $1 Apple goes up, you only make about $10 to $15 per contract. If your delta is 0.15, you're making $15 per contract. And time decay is eating away at you every single day. Unless Apple explodes, those options will almost always expire worthless. So instead, I would look at the 200 or 205 strike, the ones close to where the stock is right now. These have the delta around 0.45 to 0.55. That means you're actually getting paid when the stock moves. And because the gamma is higher, your delta grows the more stock goes your way. So let's play out a scenario. Apple goes from 200 to 205. That's a $5 move with a delta of 0.50. Your options gains are about $250 per contract. So if you bought a cheap, far out of the money contract, you'd barely make anything, or you'd still be losing because of the time decay. This is why staying close to the money is so powerful. You're giving yourself a real chance at a consistent profit, not just a lottery ticket for dreams. So now what if you're wrong? Let's say Apple drops instead of going up. Here's how I handle it. I set a max loss. For example, if I buy a $1,000 position, I'll cut it if it drops between 25 to 30%. So how do you pick the right stocks and options? Here's my checklist. Number one, liquidity. I can never pronounce this word, but you get the point. I only trade options on highly liquidate stocks or ETFs, Tesla, SPY, Microsoft. This ensures tight spread and smooth fills, right? I'm more so talking about now day trading and scalping. For swing trades, you can definitely trade other stocks as well. But in the morning, I'm looking for that move, okay? Number two, you want a clear trend. I wanted it to be at my key level it's breaking out from, whether it's a support or a resistance level, supply or a demand. If you use a moving average or you use any strategy, I want to have a clear trend. Number three, you want to avoid the junk stocks. No penny stocks, no stocks that don't have much of a volume or that have a wide spread. Be fighting with a $5 spread in the morning. I want to be able to get in, have that move, make my money, and be out. Then comes the risk management. I size each trade small enough that if it goes wrong, I don't lose a sleep over it, right? I use a stop loss or a mental exit, sometimes because I'm watching the chart for my levels, and that's okay. Never let an option bleed all the way to zero. Okay. And I always remember one trade won't make me rich, but one habit can blow up an account. So that's how you protect yourself and stay in the game long enough to let consistency compound. Every little bit adds up. Every little bit of a good habit adds up. So here's a roadmap I'm going to give you how I would start if I was a beginner. Number one, paper trade, or trade super small so you can learn without blowing up your account. I'm a big believer in paper trading because you can make all the mistakes, one, learning your brokerage, right? And everything that you're testing with your strategy, how to get in, how to get out, how to actually put a stop loss on it. So you're not just only learning your setup trades, you're also mastering your brokerage as well. As if somebody is completely brand new coming into options trading, you have never seen those brokerages, how to use. Some of them are complicated. So I want you to make all your mistakes with the paper trading account, not with your real account. Number two, focus only on buying close to the money calls or puts, whatever you're trading, and liquid stocks. Forget the fancy strategies for now. Just focus on those things. Number three, Track every trade. Write down the stock, strike price, delta, gamma, entry price, exit price, and what you learned. Biggest thing, what did you learn? How did the delta and gamma actually work in your favor? How much did the stock go up before it rejected your resistance level? Those are the things, the details you want to write down. And this is where most beginners fail because they chase lotto options, trade too big, don't track what they are doing. So if you avoid those mistakes, you're already ahead of the 90% of new traders. What makes my approach different? I don't want you to depend on me or anyone else forever. I want you to learn to fish, to be independent, confident, and consistent. That's why inside my gift community, we don't just throw out alerts, we teach the why and the how so you can actually grow as a trader. I've seen students grow from total beginner, literally not knowing what a call or a put was, to now making thousands a month trading options responsibly. For example, one of my students came in frustrated after blowing up 3 accounts, and you know who you are. With 3 months of focusing only on close to the money trades, proper sizing, and risk management, they turned it around and are now consistent and confident. And the best part, they didn't do it alone. Our community is active every day. We share setups, trade ideas, and help each other avoid mistakes. You don't have to figure out this by yourself. Look, I know options can feel overwhelming. Every single successful trader started exactly where you are right now. I was one of that person who was at your spot where you are right now. The difference is having the right strategy and right support. That's why I created Gift Community to give you both. If you're ready to stop gambling with options and actually start building real wealth, click the link in description below. You'll get access to my daily market analysis, live sessions. I go live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and family of traders who want to see you win. But here's what I want you to remember most. Trading is a journey, not a destination. Focus on the process. Stay disciplined, and consistency will take care of the rest. If this video helped you finally understand how to trade options the right way, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and drop your questions in the comment. I do read every single one of them. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.